Never far from a source of fresh water, a Mertons water monitor will eat almost any suitably sized animal that crosses its path. With strong legs, it navigates the rocks. Its long claws and powerful tail fend off rivals during ritual combat in the breeding season. It hunts both on the land and in the water. The tail is both propeller and rudder. The water monitor detects the odour trails of potential prey using his tongue, a trait he shares with the tiger snake. The appendage is split in two, each tip flickering separately, maximising the amount of air the monitor can sample, but also providing directional guidance. The scent particles are transferred from the tongue to a chemoreceptive organ located in the roof of the mouth. The monitor has big teeth for ripping apart larger prey, but smaller meals are devoured whole. Mertons monitor absorbs the last of the sun while it digests, surveying the landscape it has so easily conquered. Australia's deadly wetlands shift with the cycle of the seasons. The creeks and rivers often change course, leaving behind isolated bodies of water. These waterholes are centerpieces to a mosaic of terrains that require multiple talents to traverse. Amongst the thick grasses that surround the waters, a serpent assassin seeks its next meal. Those brown stripes and its highly aggressive nature have earned it the name tiger. Instead of claws, it wields fangs. One of Australia's deadliest snakes, tigers are responsible for the second highest number of bites to humans. When untreated, half of all tiger snake bites result in death. Equally adept at hunting in water as on dry land, it swims with ease and can stay submerged for at least 9 minutes, stalking fish and amphibians. Tigers have been known to climb 29 feet from the ground to claim bird prey. Today, the snake has been spotted. The honeyeater sounds the alarm, alerting others to the threat. A missed opportunity. The snake will need to seek a meal elsewhere. The brown rat is an introduced rodent, abundant in these grasses. Tiger snakes play an important role, preventing their population from blooming beyond control. The tiger snake's fangs are hollow. It injects a complex cocktail of toxins, one of the most potent of all known snakes. Some components in the venom attack the rat's nervous system, paralyzing it. Other ingredients target the rat's blood, causing internal hemorrhaging. Having consumed its prey whole, the tiger snake seeks out a quiet place to digest its feast.
This lush green seems a world away from the sandy desert, a rare oasis created by a natural spring and rain. Here, vegetation shades animals from the burning sun. Trees provide shelter, but also cover for some deadly hunters. Orb-Weaver spiders get their name from the circular or spiral shape of their webs. Every morning they build their webs, but they're for one-time use only. The spider will eat the threads at the end of the day and start again tomorrow. It's a 3 feet long, strong, almost invisible trap. The sticky threads will snare any insects that pass too close. To stop the prey from struggling and damaging the web or the spider, it's injected with paralyzing venom and wrapped in a package of silk. The venom contains enzymes that also slowly break down the fly's body tissue. Eventually, the contents will be a nutritious soup that the spider can drink. And despite its 4-inch leg span, the hunter can become the hunted. The quirky chameleon is a surprisingly skillful hunter. As it stalks, it rocks gently, mimicking branches blowing in the breeze, making itself invisible to its prey. When it spots a potential meal, its wandering eyes both focus forwards for precise depth perception. Once in strike range, it can deploy its weapon. The tongue is twice as long as its body and tipped with a ball of muscle that can turn itself into a big suction cup. When unleashed, it accelerates as fast as a car doing 0 to 60 in 1/100th of a second. Unlike the reptiles in the desert, the Arabian chameleon can stay active throughout the day.
Like the mulga, the death adder is among the world's deadliest snakes. But rather than pursue his meals at top speed across the desert as the parenti does, he sits and hides and waits for his meals to come to him. The soft desert colours of the death adder's 2-foot-long body blend in perfectly with his arid surroundings. Lying motionless, his disconcerting eyes scan the horizon for potential victims. This wandering skink has no idea he's there. When it comes to launching his lethal attack, surprise is everything. For a successful kill, he needs to entice the skink to within optimum striking distance. Ever the swindler, this crafty desert con artist unveils a secret weapon. Slightly flattened and darker in colour, the tip of his tail seems to have a life of its own. When the snake twitches it, it looks just like a tasty, wriggling grub. This cunning optical illusion creates an irresistible honey trap for a hungry skink. But the curious skink remains just out of range. So cold and calculating, the Death Adder slowly moves the lure closer to his head. His trap is now set. Mesmerized, the skink succumbs to temptation. It's the fastest strike of all Australian snakes. A lethal dose of fast-acting neurotoxins delivers a swift end, leaving this clinical desert con artist to quietly devour his home-delivered meal.